Man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. T was popping. Venus was popping. All right, let's get it, man. Did y'all see that opening clip? Sherelle, what up? Did y'all see that opening clip? It's a broadcast.
Yep.
Yeah, how'd you feel about it? Anybody can answer.
Cringe.
Cringe? Okay, let's do this. Let's everybody give me one word. Callie said cringe. MJ, what say you?
Disturbing.
HQ.
Wild.
Ro.
Fucking epic. Okay, that was a good one. That was a motherfucking good one.
Damn. Jay.
Unnecessary.
Lady Di.
Sorry, I was taking care of the kids. I wasn't listening.
That's all good.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Tiff.
I'm with Lady Di. I was doing something for my husband. So can you do a replay? I'm sorry.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Somebody getting it in, but I didn't hear what they were saying.
Sis.
Oh, you did it. That's the president. That's all I can think of.
It's the President Ro. Lauren.
Sensational.
God damn.
Wow.
Okay. Who said disturbing? MJ?
I did.
What was so disturbing about that clip, MJ?
To me personally, it just it went to a tick for tack of who was married, who wasn't married, and then it went from, well, even if you were married, since you were divorced, you failed. And it was just like low blows for no apparent reason to me personally.
And so where did you cite the low blows at?
I would say the simple fact is when it was wrong that she wasn't married, like she wasn't chosen, and to like hit a low blow because probably she is sensitive because she have not been chosen. And according to like, I guess the super chat that she sent, it seemed like she was like down for the patriarchy. It seemed like she's saying, hey, I listened to them. I follow everything what they said, but I'm still not getting the results that I want. And so when it was the opposite, well, you didn't give matriarchy a chance. You're just going off of the assumptions, what you think a matriarchy would look like. And then to try to shame her saying, well, you followed everything and you got married, but you still didn't have the ending result, which is a sustainable marriage.
Yeah.
So I just thought that it was just low blows on both sides.
Okay. Well, thank you for the recap of the clip, MJ. Did a decent job.
Thank you.
Now, so one thing that I glad that you recognized was the like what would be deemed low blows that aren't necessarily overt.
Mm-hmm.
Ro, do you think that what you said was low blows first? And do you think that the women on the panel generally sided with you because they knew you or because she was defending the patriarchy and that like goes against the code, so to speak?
If I remember correctly.
You just watched it, bro.
What started it was
the super chat.
Yes. So it was an episode I wasn't even on, and she brought me into the conversation about me being divorced. So my thing is, for those that don't know, I was raised by my father, a single father. And what I was saying is, I actually agreed with her comment about the patriarchy because I actually outlined why we should follow a patriarchy. So when she started to go in and start talking about the stuff about me being married and not following all other kind of stuff, it was a trigger for me because I was just like, you weren't even listening. Because what she would do is she would comment in the chat and then she would come on here and be quiet. And that's why it was going back and forth. And so was my low blows, was it necessary? No, it wasn't necessary. It was just responding. to what she was saying,
In
and,
the
and
chat.
that's what it was.
In the chat. Okay, so she was talking in the chat and you reading it, even though I recommend y'all stay out the chat.
Stay out the chat.
Noted. And so now she got up on the panel. You like, what's all that shit you was talking?
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you essentially were saying you were kind of going to side with the patriarchy as a good thing, so to speak, because you grew up with your father as a single father, but it got into the mud of the situation essentially.
Right. Because I actually outlined, if y'all look at the clip, I outlined why we should follow a patriarchy. I mean, I outlined it. It wasn't like I was, disagreeing. But again, you in the chat, you get up on here, him gives you a chance to do whatever, but you start to go in. You go in and you don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. So the chat is acting like they. So were y'all not here? Did I play it too early? But that shit was like 8 minutes long. Should I play it again? The show's not necessarily predicated on the clip. The clip is an example of what potentially the subject matter is. All right, let me play it again. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right. Let's do it like this. All right, let's put Ro up here. Ro, where you go? Tiffany see it, and then Ro was in it.
How you doing? Well, but
so give me a second.
I thought Rose would have put her up.
Put Vaseline on the face. So, Ro, what was that you said about Gway? For what reason?
She said that. She said, "What'd you say, Gway? Let's remind us what you said."
My super chat?
Yeah.
I think I said that being led by a patriarchal society is better than being led by a matriarch society.
And I said, how would you know? Because you didn't listen to any of your male relatives when they told you about the man you sat up for years with who wasn't gonna marry you.
Wow.
That's what I said.
Are you married?
I'm actually divorced, but I was raised by a man.
Okay, so you're not married either.
I'm not, but I was raised by a man, so I got respect. I have respect for the patriarchy. And I said
it sounds like it. It don't sound like you do from the way you talk.
And
why is it when I make a point? Why is it when I make a point?
I wasn't on this show. So like I said before, I answered your question. I'm divorced.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you're not married either. But for some reason, you want to take a shot at my personal life because I said
you're the one that brought it out, honey boo. All I'm saying
you're not married either. You got a failed divorce. I didn't get married.
What I'm trying to tell you is, don't get defensive. But let me tell you really what it is.
And because of the way you behave. This is just insulting.
You're probably right. I agree with that. But I have always respected the patriarchy.
Don't throw rocks, honey, when you live in a glass house. Don't do that. I don't look cute on you.
Don't do that because you're the one that sat out here and said,
don't do that. Nobody want to live in a matriarchal society. Women are very indecisive. So stop it.
You sat up and you did not.
You're way too old for that.
You did not listen to your male relatives when they told you that he was not going
to. And you listen to your dad and you're divorced.
I did listen to my father, and that's why I'm divorced.
Exactly. So then why you going out?
I listen because I know what type of daddy I had. My daddy took care of his household.
Obviously you don't, because you didn't listen to him either.
My daddy took care of his household, and my ex was not taking care of his household. So as I said, I have an
don't come for me. Don't come for me at all. Don't do that. You're way too old for that. Don't do that.
I didn't come for you. You came for me.
Yes, you did. I did not come for you at all. I said nothing about you. I stay on topic. So stop it.
So like I said before,
anytime you're feminist or either feminist or whatever, you're insulting people, don't want to be degrading them, don't want to be talking nonsense about them. I got time for that.
Those are your
things. Honey, you're divorced. That is even sad. At least I didn't get married, but you're divorced.
Oh, that's okay. You didn't get married.
What? Your dad is
because you could set up and act like you were being submissive. You were playing the role of a wife, and you were only a housemate. Okay.
Do you see me bothered by that?
You're
the one that you feelings about that.
You were obviously.
I don't care, honey.
It was your fault.
I don't care. Yours didn't work out either. So stop throwing rocks.
I didn't say anything about mine not working out, and I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about being a patriarch was being better. What I said in the beginning of this conversation was that the patriarch society is it gives us leadership, it gives us structure, and it gives us definitions and laws to go by. I said that at the beginning of the show.
That is just, I made a general statement. You took it personal. Again,
I didn't take it personal. I made a
yes,
general
you
statement
did.
based off
That
of
was
what
a
you
general
said.
statement. It had nothing to do. It had everything to do with the conversation. You took it
Like I
personal
said,
because as
you
usual,
these
you were
chats
living to
about
always
all
be in
that
the
mess, and then when you come on, you mumbling. I ain't got
You know,
time.
you took it
I'm
serious.
good.
You know,
Good night.
take your old fat ass
What?
somewhere with that. I ain't got time for that.
Oh,
Let me
y'all
ask
go
a
to the
question.
back roll out there. Oh, you
You
good.
know,
You
stop
good.
it.
Have a
Stop
good
it.
night,
We can go there.
friend.
Stop it.
Have a good night, sister friend.
You know, yeah, yes.
Good
But
night.
That's not for
the
me.
question
It
is,
seems like there's a usual theme of when I say something, everybody on the panel want to be in their feelings and got all up in their
You're not
emotions.
in
I
our
don't
feelings.
have time
What
for
it
that.
is that you
Stay
get
on
up in
topic.
these. What it is you get up in these chats and you be talking.
Stay on topic.
hey, let me ask a question.
Why are you
What
triggered
I
about
ain't got
you?
time for all that.
what was
Why are you
what?
triggered about that?
Wait, what was the what about this chat, bro, made you want to say Gway X, Y, and Z?
I said that
Right.
because she constantly talks in these chats, and then when it's time for her to come up and say something, she don't say nothing. This is the first time she's ever got up here and said anything. So I said it in response
Well,
to
now you're
her.
lying, but go ahead.
I'm lying?
Yes, you are. Now you're lying, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
You didn't see when she was up here for an hour?
Camp, she's been up here, like I said, this is not the first time she's done this. So let's not act like she doesn't do this. And
But why are you so triggered?
I'm not triggered, love, but
Are you want us to be led by matriarchy? Are you serious?
You know different than these men that come up here. If you got
And you are no different than me, honey. So knock it off.
she's not gonna get up here
Don't say on the hot horse and start preaching to people when you know you're no different.
say all that stuff, and then when you get on here, you ain't got nothing to say. Now.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. That's the gist of the clip. Then essentially, Nay kind of jumps in on Rose's side a little bit because she don't like the insults, and then goes for Gway as well. There's a couple things that stuck out to me, but go ahead, Di. What what you laughing so hard about?
I'm sorry. I was dying. When Ro was like, he was just a housemate. I was dying.
Had that one. That's a fucking.
Oh man. That lady wasn't even listening. It's like if somebody is coming at you, you don't like match the energy. You kind of, because nobody's listening. It's kind of like we don't know what's being said. Okay, so let's say for Ro, right? Cool. She came off with fire. Nice. But you just wait, let her get it off, and then you could respond, because I don't even know what the girl was talking about. It's like she was just defending herself instead of giving real points. So that's just my opinion. But it was funny. That was hilarious.
Okay. Tiff?
It was intense.
Mm-hmm.
Good God. Like, you know what I mean when the little boy's like, Jesus Christ, like God, what happened? But it seemed like it was some history, and they just kind of they hashed it out. Like it was when she said, "You've done this before," and then there it was some passive aggressive things. I think probably maybe going both ways, but Father God, shit. Bro, I don't never want to piss you off. Okay, just send me a message. We could talk offline. Don't do me like you did that lady. Don't do me like that.
I'm glad you said that. So that's exactly why this title is what it is. Oh, don't make one of the sisters mad. I'm gonna tiptoe around you. I can't say nothing. What Gway said in that clip, I want to understand. She say because Rogue pointed out, made mention that you sound just like the men that come up here. And so Gway seemingly sided with the men on a majority of issues and got bombed on for most of it.
I said, you come up here
Sound like men.
I didn't say you sound like them. I said, you come up here where they talk in the chat. And then when they get up here, they very rarely speak what they need to be speaking about because they've been speaking about it in the chat. I was wrong at looking at the chat, but that's what she was doing. She sat up here for an hour and she didn't say nothing. That was not the first time she did that. But when she isn't on, she be in the chat just talking and talking and talking.
Going against the women?
I'm not even saying going against the women. It could be her talking about one of us. It's not the first time Gway has called me fat. It's not the first time a couple other men get on here and call me fat. That's neither here nor there. But when you come up on here and you coming for a discussion and we in the discussion, be in the discussion. Don't just sit there and be quiet.
Yeah. So here's what the actual is, right? When Gway mentioned that oftentimes this happens because what was happening is she didn't side with the majority of ladies on the panel. But Gway was, at least when she got up here, from what she said on a few different clips that I have, she did speak up and say what she wanted to say, even if it was against the majority of the ladies. And then what often I see happen is she get piled on. And so do women speak up or do they say something like what Tiff said? Bro, don't I ain't gonna get on your bad side. Are women bullied into being a part of the sisterhood?
You asking everybody? Who's asking Ro? I'm sorry.
Everybody.
I don't think women get bullied into their sisterhood. I'm gonna say this. I think when a woman can articulate her thoughts, even if Gway didn't agree with what we said, if you have so much thought in the chat and then you can get on here, you get more respect that way. You understand? It's not about you sitting there and then when a man come on, then you feel like you got confidence. So when you're talking in the chat and you get up here and you're on this POV, if you can explain yourself and your thought and you get respect, that's what it is. That's what it's about. If you can't elaborate on what you're thinking and your thoughts, you might get caught up in a discussion where you can't say nothing but she's fat. So if that's your thing, you're not getting no respect with that.
Okay. So from the clips I've seen when I was watching through, I got like 4 of them here. Gway wasn't mute when she was on the panel. She was talking. But she oftentimes didn't agree. And she got a lot of fire and flack for it. But I understand your sentiment, although it's actually a much bigger thing. That was just an example of oftentimes what we see in some of the key points that were made during that clip. Like the men, she said, every time I come up here, this happens. And she very seldomly agreed with the ladies. And oftentimes she would get a little bit of a pile on or more smoke than the other ladies who kind of go along to get along. What you think, Di?
Honestly, I think if one time women gang up together to be on each other's side is if they cool with each other. That's really it. But I think if they could hold their own and they have a different opinion, they're going to say it. Unless they're just not that type of person. I think it could be a characteristic thing too. Like some people are just not going to be voiceful. They might be voiceful typing because that's easy. But to be on like a show or on a camera or just even in person, to be able to think quick and respond, most people are just going to, throw jabs instead of saying what they feel because they don't know how. But I wouldn't say it's because people just trying to be sisterhood. I think it's just if they know you like that and they cool with you, they're going to try to make sure they with you. And then maybe at the back, they might say something, but it's just kind of like loyalty.
They don't be knowing each other. Okay.
If they have like the same, so like if we talking on this space, so people watch each other on panels, right? So they're like, okay, I agree with most of the stuff she's been saying for the last 10 shows I watched her, right? So they'll be like, okay, me and her are similar. They like to find similarity in others. So that's like knowing somebody if you watch them all the time.
Okay, so you identify what would they say, how they move around, etc. Yeah. And so when you get on the panel, you feel like there's a relationship, so to speak, or the correlation you guys have amongst each other, and therefore you just side with that person, or you want to side with that person. What actually happens?
Yeah, if they are saying the same thing, they believe, like, let's say I said something and Callie Bev was agreed with me, right? I'm not saying she just gonna be saying everything I'm saying, but if she agrees with me, she'll just sidebar and say something to add more context to what I said. But that's because we have the same understanding. But I wouldn't say that it's, okay, I'm gonna be on her side. I'm pretty sure it depends on the person. Like I said, I think it's a characteristic thing. Like, if you're able to have an intelligent conversation and, defend your point, you're going to do that. If not, then you might be like, yeah, girl, that's right. I wouldn't say it's a sisterhood thing. I think it's a personal thing with the ladies. Hope that makes sense.
I understand it. I'm not going to dig too deep into it just yet. We only got a few opinions so far. Go ahead, sis. You unmuted.
I think I halfway forgot. I did. Yeah, I halfway forgot what I was gonna say.
What do you think? Oftentimes, sis, when you used to come up here, they be like, "We need sis to tell the truth."
No, gosh, it slipped my mind what I initially wanted to say.
This nigga ain't sharp.
Not right now. But let's see. What first came to mind is Gway identifies as a pick-me, right? Don't the pick-me's off?
Wait, sis. Hold on, sis. You forgot what you want to say. That's what you came up with?
No. That's what I wanted to say. So,
okay, go ahead.
But they often, what they've explained as to who they are is individuals that say what the men want to hear, like to hear. So it made sense where Ro was going with that. You came up here because there's a man up here, and they're gonna align with whatever you say, because that's what usually happens when she's in a chat, and then when she does come on the panel and chooses to say something. So just that.
So what is it, sis? Why do you characterize when they agree with the men that they saying what the men want to hear? You don't think they believe what they saying?
No, a lot of time life doesn't show. Their life doesn't show that.
So you saying that they agree with the men, but since they don't have the results, they don't believe it. They just trying to get chose?
Trying to get seen, trying to be heard. There's a lot of that going on these days. I noticed.
There's a lot of that. So, but so wait, sis. Mm-hmm. But look what's happening though. They're called pick me because they don't go along with the women.
Right, but they like that. They want to be that. Remember we had a whole show? Put the link in the chat. You'll still see exactly what I'm referring to.
Okay. So you just calling them what they are.
Yeah, so Bro
wasn't why are they lying, sis? Okay, that was my question. Why are you calling them liars though?
When did I call them a liar?
Well, what you're saying is they're saying things that the men want to hear, but they don't believe it. Yeah.
Right. Because it doesn't show it. I mean, just life doesn't show it. They're just regurgitating what the men are saying. So why Ro went there? She went there for several reasons. That was one of them, and that's what she called out. So there was nothing wrong with that back and forth.
Yeah. No. It just so. Go ahead, Lady Di. You on mute?
Sorry. I just want to, sis, can you explain, like, when you saying a lady is saying something that a man wants to hear, what would that look like?
Example wise?
If you don't mind, yeah. I'm just trying to understand.
You want me to try to come up with an example? Oh my gosh.
My bad. All right, Hannah.
Let me see if I can explain. Can I say it? Use the example between me and Gway in that conference, in that situation.
No. We I think we might need a fresh example. Sis, you want to phone a friend? HQ.
Yeah, go ahead, HQ.
Okay. All women understand girl code. Period.
Damn.
Girl code is a spectrum. On one end, we have the mammies. On the other end, we have, for lack of a better word, the hyenas. So us women on this end, the hyena end or the feminist end, get pissed off with the mamies because we know they understand girl code, and we know that they're hiding that girl code, trying to fit in with the male agenda. We know you understand girl code. So when we hear you say, "Oh, I got to align with the man. Everything the man says is correct, and he's got to be this and that," that pisses us off because we know what you're doing. We know you understand girl code.
So HQ, are you admitting to bullying?
We're not bullying. We don't bully. We're not bullying.
HQ, you know I love you, right?
Right.
Have you seen your super chats?
But I'm a self-admitted one on that end. Okay. I don't hide it. I don't go along with the men.
Yeah.
I understand that these women, they understand men, they want to get along with men, they want to, move the relationship and all that kind of stuff further.
Okay.
It frustrates us on this end when we hear that because we know what you understand what we're saying, but you pretend like you don't understand the female side, so you can be on the men's side.
Okay.
Am I speaking that wrongly, or did I speak it correctly?
I understand it. You wilding, but I understand it. Go ahead, Lady Di.
I hope that's clear.
This show is funny today. I'm
it's
sorry.
Clear. It's clear.
I'm just with the giggles, but I'm gonna wait. Y'all go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, Lady Di. Go ahead.
All right. So this is how I look at it. We are all adults. I know most of us, I think, is 21 and up, right?
Yes. Okay. We're all 21 plus.
All right. So I'm trying to understand about this man side and woman side. Like, why are there sides? Like, I hear your analogy. I got that. But like, why we still got sides right now? So I asked for an example because I hear this a lot, and I'm just trying to understand what it means. Girl code was more to me back in the day, like, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, yeah, right? But when you are older, you're paying your bills, you got a job, you got kids, you got a husband, you got a man, you got whatever the hell you got. Honestly, you single, aside, because I feel like we already battling. What we battling for? There's nothing to battle. Okay, unless you're in the LGBTQIAPZ community, I don't think we should be battling. So when I hear these sides and these girl codes, it doesn't make no sense. So I heard you, HQ, but like the code thing, I don't get that. I shouldn't, unless, like I said, I would be with you if I agree with you. But to me, at my age, ain't no such thing. If I rock with you because I like what you saying, cool. If I don't, then I don't. That don't mean I don't like you. I could like you and not agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you may not have the same views, but me and you could still be cool as long as it don't interfere with my personal life. So to me, there is no such thing as a girl code as an adult, because we already gonna be picking sides and we already gonna be arguing and having all this confrontation for no damn reason. You have a friend 1 minute, 2 years later she ain't your friend no more because you already fucked the code up. But what code? Like, y'all respect each other?
So before I lose my train of thought, it's kind of like this. Let's say you're outside being you're black, right? 2 black parents, right? So if we're outside, right? Somebody walks up, not that don't look like us, white, right? they start beating you up. Is there no code there? Would I not help you? Of course I would, because I understand the code.
Wait,
So
we're
it's
gonna
really it's really no deeper than that. You remember the example with the boat? The black boy jumped off the boat and swam to help his black counterpart or whoever. He didn't even know. It's just that code. It's no deeper than that.
No. That's
To
not.
me. I'm not.
That's a code. That's a code.
I didn't remember half of what you said, HQ. But at the same token, I did agree with most of it. But I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. It's just that.
That's a good code.
It's
But I'm
just that.
saying another code. Another code is when two women are sitting on a panel and one man comes up and calls the other one names, calls one of the women names. He continues to do that. We as women want to defend her. We as women come to her aid. We as women do that. That is the girl code. And every woman understands it. You may suppress it. You may put it over here and say, I want to be kumbaya and I want us all to get along and we don't have to argue. But you understand girl code. We all do. All women understand girl code. Some of them suppress it. That's why I said it was on a spectrum, right? Mine's is full blown. Yours may be on that end where you might have a husband and it might be suppressed. I don't know. But we all understand where that is. Okay.
So, but this is the thing why this why girl code is dumb. Because if you didn't like that girl, right? Let's say I'm just throwing names because we see each other. So let's say Lauren, right? Yep. Lauren, let's say Lauren doesn't like HQ. Everybody know Lauren don't like HQ. So you think Lauren is going to defend you when a nigga call you a bitch? I'm just being real.
She'll probably stay silent.
Like,
she'll stay silent.
No.
She'll probably just stay silent. I don't think it's dumb at all.
But the point is, we're gonna be defending people. It's not about that. Like, yes, you're a female. Yes, I get what you're saying in the deeper end. But at the end of the day, like, if you don't like that person, you're not gonna defend them.
What do you mean you get what I understand on the deeper end? What do you mean?
Sis was saying, she was talking about with racism and stuff. The white, black, the guy swam and went to go defend his black person he don't know, right? Mm-hmm. That was probably called for it because it seemed like it was a little racist thing going on. But okay, that makes sense. But from your example, it's kind of like I'm sorry, Lauren, but if Lauren don't like you, she's not going to defend you. I don't give a hell. Like, it's not happening.
But it's not necessarily.
So girl code is subjective. That's why it's dumb.
Right.
Okay.
I think I understand girl code.
I think girl code has ethics to it, right? You asked for an example. That conversation with me and Gway. At the bottom line, I agreed with her, but like MJ said, she didn't even hear what I was saying. Okay. Now, she may have not heard what I was saying because previously, like Camp said, she felt some type of way because of how the panel treated her, how she felt about the panel treating her. But there was also a time where Gway basically said, I'm African and I'm better than y'all. Okay. So again, she couldn't even hear what I was saying to say that I agree with her because she had already turned it off because of her previous.
Work it back into what they're talking about.
So what I'm saying is girl code has ethics to it. Okay. And if you have ethics, you're going to, you should listen, right? Before you go into a full-blown situation where you're ready to go and start siding with somebody where you didn't even listen to the fact that I was actually agreeing with you.
That's not a communication problem.
It's a communication
that's
problem.
That's why I was going to wait. Because
you're right, but it's also where you're not even in the space to understand the females that are coming together to agree with what you're saying.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna stop. I'm done.
well,
for now.
no, don't be done. But I just think, see, it more so matters alignment than ethics. That's what it sounds like. Like HQ saying, y'all know when y'all be off code, whether you want to accept it or not. And you may be off code because you being suppressed by the person you living with, or you got an agenda to get a man. And so that's off code.
Okay.
And even when you said, bro, the ladies are coming together and she missing it, it seems like, hey, if you not aligned, if you not with us, you against us type shit.
I didn't take it that way, but okay.
Well, as I'm listening, well, I mean, how'd you take the whole thing, not just the Gway thing? That's just an example. That's why I don't like using examples, because we get stuck in the example.
The whole thing is, as I said, you're right. It's an alignment thing, but it's also you have to be in agreement. I don't really know anyone on here except for my cousin. I've only met one or two people. I don't really know sis. I see sis. If sis is in trouble, it's not about whether I like or I don't like her. It's about whether I agree with what she's saying. And if I don't agree with it, and we have done this where I'll say, nah, that's not right. That's not okay. I don't see a problem with that. And
girl code to me is more like you're friends with somebody. Like nobody's just gonna just defend someone you don't know. You don't know what the person had did. So it'll be kind of weird to just be defending anybody because they're a female, because it's a sister code. I think it's more like, I'm cool with you, so I'm gonna have your back, right? That's the loyalty part, but that's really it. Sister code just on a regular panel, I don't know about that.
Go ahead, Tiff.
So I just want to track back, and why, and maybe you're saying, but is the word girl throwing you off? Because when you say girl code is dumb, but we see men stay in alignment like all the time. Bros before hoes, bro code. What is it? Men over bitches. Like, there are plenty of things that men understand that there is an alignment. So I'm not saying that I have to agree with any random woman. I don't have to know you to see if you're being attacked. And if you're being attacked and I don't know you and I'm going to stand on, as they say, business, I don't need to know you to know that you're being come at in a wrong type of way. I'm going to come up, I'm going to say what it is, and we can keep it cute. But I don't think it's dumb. I do think that women should have some type of ethical code between them, because if we had a sisterhood, we might be able to really move differently. And I think what HQ is saying is, it's not the fact that you're not in alignment. Is I see how you moving, and it's not to not be in alignment with us. It's to get one of these men on this stage or somebody in this audience. And we've all seen the chick that moves like that. Can we agree to that? You don't have to agree, but do you understand what I'm saying?
So when we start comparing this bro code versus girl code, like, do you know what bro code, if there is a such, I don't even know if they say it like that, but do you know what bro code would stand for a man? Because for us, right? HQ gave the example. Most people seem like they agreed to that. Okay, we could understand what girl code is, but how do you know what bro code is to even make that analogy? You're comparing it like you know what it means.
I have a son and a husband. I know what bro code is.
Okay, so what does bro code look like for them? For your
men
husband?
are even in dissension, even if they don't agree, they may not agree, but what they don't openly do is be like, no, nigga, you. Now, if they do, they get called what? Simps. What dudes will do is they won't agree. They'll get in the car and be like, now, nigga, you know you was tripping. You've never seen that happen? Or
yeah, but that's why I said it's more like when you know someone, you're friends with them, you talking about family, like that's gonna happen. You're gonna defend your family, you're gonna defend your sister, you're gonna defend your brother, your cousin. I said that, but I was talking about like strangers. Like, I don't know about that.
So if you see another Black woman and she's in some type of distress, do you need to know her to stand in to try to see what's going on? Like,
That's
I don't
too general.
If you see somebody getting their head beat in, do you need to know her to try to see if she's okay?
Well, I can't go see if she's okay because I'm gonna get my head beat in too if it's coming from a man. So I would have to obviously call somebody so
I
the girl
didn't say a
wouldn't get
man.
hurt.
I said head beating. You assumed the sex.
That's why I said it was too general. So that means be more specific. You didn't do that, did you? No. So be more specific, and then I could give a proper answer.
Awesome.
Right. So she's not gonna be more specific. Next.
Basically, if I see a chick up here, I don't really care who it is, but if I got a good grasp of if I have a good grasp of how the conversation is going or whatever like that, and she's getting jumped on, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna defend her. And where I disagree with her, I ain't gonna say shit.
That sounds problematic, right? Or is that the code? If I don't agree, shut up. If I do agree, champion it. And so what happens if everybody... Well, Callie, yeah, I know your... Go ahead, Callie, tell me your mission. Go ahead.
No, because my mission is to stop the pile-on. That's the mission.
Does the pile-on get stopped when that woman agrees with the men? Callie,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
So, like, let's
the woman that's getting piled on, if she turns around and she starts agreeing with the men, does the pile on stop? Like her?
Well, what I'm asking is, like, let's say that woman doesn't agree with the majority of the women and agrees with the men. Do women jump in to stop her from getting piled on or talk to a way in which they don't think she should? Or when if she don't agree with the men, then y'all leave her hanging. What you think?
You lost me. Wait. Okay, so the girl that
What's
I'm
your
coming up
example?
to defend.
Okay.
So the girl that I'm coming up here to defend.
I guess if you came up, you probably agree with her sentiments, essentially. So the question is broken, right? Because you wouldn't come up if you didn't agree with her, you probably wouldn't come up, right? Essentially.
No, not necessarily. I said if she's getting piled on.
So even if you don't agree with her and you see it's a woman that's getting piled on, you still gonna come up.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do though if you agree with the people that are piling on her?
Windmill.
Basically.
No, we're gonna defend her, even though we may not agree. We don't want her to get piled on, so we not gonna overtly say you guys are assholes. We just gonna get them up off her, and that's it. That's it. We're not gonna do no more than that. We just gonna get them up off her. That's all. That's why we came up there. Get off of her and change the subject.
This sounds crazy.
Come up on the panel and yell squirrel.
Because so there were times where women were getting piled on the panel. I ain't see no woman who didn't agree with her try to stop it.
They talking about men to women, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. You talking about when men agree.
Yeah, when men do it.
When men are going in on her.
This is the only all-female panel that I will go on. Like, I don't go in other spaces.
This shit sounds crazy as hell. Hold on.
Because that shit is wild. Like, that shit is crazy. I don't have time for that shit. Mammy nut milk and all that kind of bullshit. I don't have time for even the simplest of agreements with a man. I don't have time for all female panels in other spaces who on that mammy nut milk shit.
When have you seen that in this space, Hant? All women piling on one woman.
I don't know. I don't even know what this space is. You talking about this might be risky? Okay. I seen y'all definitely sing Gway through a Kumite.
See, here's the thing.
For sure. I seen that.
all of us are women, and we are the only creatures on the planet that we are the same in any way, except in sometimes thought and looks and that kind of thing. So our directive is automatically we are female on this planet, and then you are male. natural adversaries, but then not natural adversaries. Okay. So our instinct is, okay, I know I'm different from him. All of these people are the same. All these women are the same as me, and these men are different. So it's naturally that we will defend our species over here first. That's our directive. That is the way we're built. We're going to be on this side first. We're going to understand a woman first before we do that. And when we see some women who jump over there and then beat us up, we're like, wait a minute, you same as us. What you doing? I understand you got a man.
See, that's
husband, but you still understand what a woman is.
So thank you. So HQ said, yo, you gotta ride or die, damn near. When you go over there, it's like you want to be ashamed of yourself. Like, go ahead, lady. Let me do this first real quick. Hold on, Lauren. Hold on, I gotta bring this person up real quick. Hold on, let me do this. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Yo, what's poppin'?
You brought up the wrong example.
Oh,
what's
shit.
up?
What's good? They ain't know. What up, though?
What's going on? Happy motherfucking Tuesday!
Shit like that.
Oh my God, y'all look so good tonight, holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see y'all.
Miss Dana, your hair is cute.
Glad you're here,
Okay.
Dana.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. You
Flip that shit, girl. Flip it.
Flip it, sis. It's cute.
Do the one finger, just.
Oh, you like that? Oh.
Yeah.
My nigga like it too.
Look, don't sweat it out tonight now. Let it be cute for at least a day.
Right. That's all I got. Is it a
TMI.
whatever?
Lady Di, what was your question?
I wanted to ask, like, so y'all ever seen a man defend a lady on the panels before?
Yeah.
Jay, you said yes. I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you mind like sharing like what that looked like? Like a man defended a lady on the panel. What was he defending? If you don't want to share, it's okay. I could share it.
Shit. The specific instance I'm thinking of, he was more so asking for the language the men were using on the panel to change out of respect for her.
So was the lady let's say I'm just gonna say this, but acting like, let's say the guy called her out her name. Was she so-called acting like that, or that man was just mad and just wanted to call her out her name?
No, she wasn't acting like that.
So she was like pretty respectable person.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, all right. When men don't defend ladies, are they not defending them for a reason? Or they just not on that sister code thing? Like most men to me, what I'm saying is most men to me that are defending women is because they're respectable. They're gonna defend them more than we would defend each other, honestly. It's more like a protection thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is the reason why I don't like the sister code narrative is because a lot of times there are women defending women that don't need to be defended of because they're not deserving of it. Just because you're a lady doesn't mean that you deserve to be protected. You need to act accordingly, because the same way how some of these ladies be acting up here being mad disrespectful, you gonna get my ass killed just like you about to get killed. So I'm not about to do all that. I could check you on the side and be like, hey, tone down or whatever, but at the same time, I'm not defending every single person because we share the same gender. You have to be a certain way, unless we're family. But you have to be a certain way for me to sit here and do that. So that's why I don't like the sister code. I think that we defend everybody. Like, no.
Well, that would be an extreme. We don't do that. That would be an extreme. We don't do that. And what you're implying is we don't have any forethought, intelligence, or discernment. That's what you're implying.
Not you.
No. But you're implying that. I gotta echo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said what I wanted to say.
Well, Ham, didn't I say that this sister code was on a spectrum? Didn't I say that?
Yes.
This is an example. Lady Di is on that end.
No, I get it, but
but talking about overall, like
yeah, she's talking
sister
about
code is everywhere. I hear sister code in every space.
Right. But it has nothing to do with defense. It has nothing to do with defense. It has nothing to do with how this woman behaves or you think she behaves.
No, yeah. You said defend regardless, right, HQ? I thought you said you got to ride.
In your mind, you're in your. It's an automatic kick, and a lot of us suppress that kick to defend. They do, and then you end up not doing it. You end up not defending so long, being on that end that it's like it's second nature to you to be on that end. But most of it is a spectrum, and we all understand girl code. It's not a matter of me she being trashy and me defending her being trashy. I'm saying I understand her. I understand maybe where she's coming faster than a man would understand why she would be trashy. I would understand that quicker than a man would. And most women don't really suppress that end. They don't go to the mammy end a lot. It's just we see like a pretense on that end sometimes, and sometimes it's suppressed on that end. But most of us live in the middle and on this other end because we understand you have the same strife and struggle and dangers on this planet that I do. So,
but HQ, you're saying because of that, you side, right? And you defend if you're able to, or at the very least, you have sympathy for the situation because you've been there before. So Lady Di is saying her conduct and what she's saying has to matter. That doesn't sound like that matters to you. You're saying if she's a woman, I need to understand it and jump in for her if possible.
Yeah. That's where I land.
Well, I know. So, and Lady Di saying if she's saying bullshit or has conduct that's unbecoming, why would you defend that?
I wouldn't defend it. I wouldn't say anything. Like Sis said, we wouldn't, or I don't know. Somebody said we wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't say anything. I'm not gonna agree with points that I disagree with.
Right.
However, if she's getting piled on, especially when more often than not, when the pile on happens, they start coming up with conclusions that either weren't stated or weren't implied. So therefore, come in and clean up on aisle 4, clean up on aisle 2. Like that's not what it is. That's not what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to. That's not a defense of her actual behavior. It's a pushback to whatever narratives are being drawn from whatever it is that she said.
Okay, but would people know that, or do they think you're defending
because
all
people
of
are stupid. People thought I was defending somebody else the other day, and I wasn't. I was just providing context. So people are dumb.
Okay, so do you think that the majority of people are going to understand that you're only defending the point and not the conduct, or you think you're defending all of the above?
No, they're gonna think that I'm defending all of the above, depending on whether or not they are willing to actually listen to what I'm saying, or they just want to be a fucking hater.
Okay, I guess what they also draw in conclusion is that they'll see you do that for women, right? Do they see you do the same for men? If they see that inconsistency, their assumption is going to be that you're only doing it because of a woman. Do you think that still makes them dumb, or they just observant?
Say that again.
Damn. Why? What part? Well,
because I don't want to agree with something I don't understand. So can you say it again, please?
Okay, so like let's say you're jumping in with women, right? Because you see them getting dog piles, so you're gonna jump in and try to break it up, say something that breaks up the monotony, right? The dog pile, so to speak. But they don't see you have that same conduct for a man who's being dog piled on, right? So then they recognize that inconsistency. So when they look at it based on observation, they would assume you're only doing it because of that's a woman, regardless of what she's saying, regardless of how she's saying it.
Yeah, they're gonna assume that because they don't see everything that I do. So they're gonna see what they want to see.
They would just be going off the several examples they would have given they seen you, and if they saw that inconsistency, are you saying their assumption would be empty, or do you think it has merit?
I think their assumption would be incorrect. And all I can do is just tell them. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't erase whatever it is that they saw. All I can do is provide context. Like, no, in this situation, I did this. In that situation, I did that. You didn't see it, but that's what happened.
I just wonder what happens if you defending something, trying to say, here's the point, when the conduct is poor. What does that actually say? But you basically staying on code, right? HQ, is she staying on code in this example?
Yeah. Can I give you a better example?
Yeah. Last time you gave an example, you didn't. You just gave your opinion. Let's see if we can get it this time. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's take Glorilla, for instance. Let's take her.
Okay.
I abhor all of her behavior, but I admire her for getting her money. I say, okay, get your money. I wish you wouldn't get it like that. I wish you wouldn't be like that. But I understand she's a single woman, or maybe she had kids, I don't know, but she's getting that money. So I can't really defend her because I can't stand that behavior, but I want to say, get your money, sister, right? But I abhor all of that behavior. But if she had it some other way, like she was a corporate person or whatever, it would be different. Okay.
That's such a great example. That's a very great example. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying.
My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's 5 o'clock on Friday. It's 7 o'clock p.m. I ain't got to play it again. Turn up for my she's an artist. So we're not going to do that because there are plenty of men that say the worstest of things and nobody's trying to stop their bad. Glorilla, her name is Gloria Hallelujah. We've seen a transition. She started off a particular type of way. She tried to come out, be the regular person, try to be, I'm just going to wear my little bra, this and that. She wasn't getting the bag. So you know what she's doing? She getting the bag just like anybody else. I find it odd that we want to police certain people. If we look at Madonna was hella wild. She still got her money. And I remember the church coming out, but I don't remember like bags of white women saying, oh my God, what she do? Like, that girl is young, let her get her bag. It is what it is. She's an artist. Now, do I want my niece behaving like Glorilla? No, but sister, you on the stage? But there's levels of it. Now, Sukiyana, that's a lot. Hey,
I don't defend it. I don't denigrate it. I don't defend it. I just don't have anything to say about it. I mean, I would just be, it's just not my thing, but it's just to get your money. Do your money, do your thing. That's it.
I got you.
But like I said, that's some great examples. Like, that's proven what I was saying. I'm not saying everybody on here is like that. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I have not been on a panel with Rose, Sis, Tiff, Dana, right? Or Donna. Dana, MJ, or HQ. I don't remember being on a panel with none of y'all. So I'm not talking to y'all directly. This is just my opinion. But that's the example you gave is what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a daughter, okay? But if I did, I can't hide her from people. I don't want her to be around. We're talking about celebrities, right? But I'm not going to defend something that I don't morally sit with. So if you want to bring up Sukiyana, because that's whatever. I'm not going to tell Sukiyana, go get your money, because you're getting it the wrong way. And I'm not going to defend that. I don't care. She could be fucking a billionaire. That's what's up. That's what you're saying. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like, yeah, girl, go do all those things you was doing to get that. That's not what we doing.
So you missed the example when I said if she was a businesswoman, I would still have a champion for her, right?
No, but we're not changing the subject. I want to talk about what
no,
you
I'm not
said.
changing the subject. I said that. I said if
you didn't say AQ. You never said Suki. Like that's what Tiff said. She's just looking at the example.
No, I said if she was a business person, I would still have the same idea of telling her to go get her money, regardless.
Okay, let her just finish through it, and then you can rebut.
Yeah, I understand if she was this, but she's not. Like I understand. Like we talking about celebrities. There was just an example y'all brought up, so we're gonna talk about celebrities. I understand that, but what we talking about is the stuff that we, unless you morally align with, let's say Glorilla or Sukiana, then that's different. You may be okay with that behavior, but if you don't, you're saying that, I think you were saying you don't really align with that behavior, so you would still be like, yeah, girl, go get your money. Forget the business part. You still going to tell her those things. And I'm saying that that's the stuff I'm talking about. We should not, unless you morally align with it, then that's you. But if you don't, why do we have to defend that? Because what's happening is, to Callie's point, when she was talking about she would defend someone and then she may not say anything, how it looks, I think that's what happened. Callie was talking about how it looks. Some people may not understand that it's gonna look flip-floppy. Like basically you're defending someone who has no moral conduct, and they're gonna believe that you're just like them. And that's the flip-floppy situation. So I'm not gonna defend a Sukiana because I'm nothing like a Sukiana. And if I start rocking and doing all the shit that she's doing, I'm gonna start basically it's gonna look like I'm just like her, and I'm not. So I'm not trying to align with people that don't sit well with me. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't like some parts of the Sisterhood. I think if it was positive, Sisterhood is good. Because we are the only ones that should be able to get each other in line. I don't think men should be trying to get us in line. It should be us as women coming together, getting each other in line. Hey, sis, hey, did you think about this? Did you think about that? Yes, I think sisterhood could be a beautiful thing if it's done right. But a lot of the time it ain't. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit put together, and we just defending a whole bunch of, unnecessary people. That's all I'm saying. But I don't want to drag this here. I don't know if this was the topic or what.
I mean, it's right. It's right there because it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand like what matters, right? Or on code is on code. Like it is what it is. MJ, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Lady Di a question.
Yes,
so, you said that you align with women who think like you, correct? So when you get together, wouldn't that be on code depending on what you align with?
I was saying earlier, right, that if it's someone that if I'm friends with someone, or if it's family, don't mean family's all the way correct either, but that's my blood, right? If it's somebody like that, then I'm going to protect them, even if they're out of line, only because if it's blood, I can't just leave you out on the street. There's people who's in jail. There's people who's stripping. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I'm going to try to help you get to a better place. So that's me helping you, defending you. But if it's someone, let's say like a friend, right, that comes and goes, then if me and you align together, then it's a loyalty there. Like, I'm going to be a good friend to you. I wouldn't call that sister code. That's just me being a friend. And that's where I'm thinking it's like mixed up. Like, I'm your friend, so I'm gonna act like that.
But only reason why I asked that, Lady Di, because I'm assuming that you only are around women who think like you, like, don't do the ratchet stuff, where it cares about family, want to carry themselves a certain type of way. So in that is a sisterhood, because they not necessarily can be your friend. Possibly later on down in the future, they can be your friend, but y'all are aligned on your morals, your morals and what is important to you. So I just wanted to make sure that, you don't have a problem with sisterhood. You just don't like the trajectory where sisterhood is going.
Right. The negative aspect of that. Yeah. You're defending nonsense. I think we should correct nonsense. It's different. they say shame, whatever, however you want to put it. I think it should be something that we should get together to help each other out.
Well, see, that's the thing. You keep bringing up like a moral compass in which you stand on you stand at the Northern Star. The rest of us may have our own moral compass, and it may not be yours. You keep saying as though we're defending nonsense. It may not be nonsense that we're defending at one point in time. Like, how many women on the panel would date their sister's ex-boyfriend? Okay, that's girl code when all of us say no. That's girl code. So you understand girl code, okay?
Real talk, sisterhood is only thrown about when it's something that niggas don't like. That's the only time sisterhood come up. If we was all up here doing something positive, you wouldn't hear a lick about no damn sisterhood.
Well, that was I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to get at, Callie Bev, is that there's different types of sisterhood. Like what she people who align with what she values, that is a form of sisterhood. Whether people want to call it that or not, that is a form of sisterhood. Y'all have a code that we're going to conduct ourselves as a certain way. We're going to treat our family a certain way. We're going to move in this type of light. And then there's other women who have their own set of code on whether, hey, you go out there, do whatever the hell you want to do. And if you need someone, whether you're being injured, whether you're being jumped on, whatever not, you can call on me, sis. That's just not hers. So that's why I wanted to understand, does she really actually have a problem with sisterhood? And it doesn't seem like she does. It's that she just wants to be in a specific type of sisterhood that aligns with her morals.
No, I said I don't agree with the sister code. So sister code and sisterhood is two different things. So sister code is what HQ was talking about.
So, okay, so you're not against sisterhood, you're against the sister code.
Yes.
Okay.
I low-key wouldn't even describe any of this as sister code. Like as far as these panel discussions and whatnot, I would say sister code is, we come together, we leave together. We go into the bathroom together, stuff like that. Or like what the example was of not, dating your sister's ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, stuff like that. That's sister code / girl code to me. Is totally outside of any of these panel discussions like that.
I would disagree, Callie, just based on the example that you gave, where you literally come up to defend a woman because you think she's being dogpiled on regardless of her conduct, and only to try to emphasize her points to get niggas off her. That would be the same thing as going together, leaving together, except for you insert yourself in it.
No, because I don't defend the content. I don't defend the conduct. Like if she up here acting a fool, no, I'm not finna go up there and defend
her. I know, I just said that. What I'm saying is you'll go up there, she acting a fool, but you'll try to highlight her points to get them to stop dogpiling, disregarding the conduct, which would be sister code, based on what you just said. If we go together, we leave together.
No, because I literally just said if she was acting a fool, I would not come up here and defend her.
You just said that. I'm saying what you said 4.5 minutes ago.
Earlier was when somebody is dogpiling a woman, and I have a good feel for how the conversation is going,
regardless of conduct.
No, not regardless of conduct.
Okay, so if she cussing and fussing and wilding, then you're not coming up.
No.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.